What's up? What's up? What's going on, people? What's good? What's good? This your boy Elevated Ace, and I'm here to pass down the knowledge of the information that I resonate with to help those that seek spiritual enlightenment. Okay. First, I want to start off by, you know what I'm saying, giving a couple of shout outs. I'm going to give a shout out to Dolo, the flight boss. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Subconscious community. Flight astrology. That flight astrology. That's what this is about right here. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love, if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what I'm saying, go to my page and hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the like button. If it resonate with you, though. Only if it resonate with you, all right? All right, now we're going to get to the meat and bones of this thing, okay? We're going to get straight to the business. This video right here is going to be your astrological modalities and elements, okay? Modalities, elements, pretty much the same thing, all right? This is leaving off from the last video that I was touching on when I was basically breaking down the house signs, the signs of the houses. I was giving y'all the signs of the 12 houses, the Aries first house all the way through the 12th house, which is Pisces. I was breaking a little bit down about the modalities as well, but this right here is going to be digging in a little bit deeper, dealing with the elements, okay? Because astrology is basically showing you the energy of behind what it is. You know what I'm saying? So astrology is basically breaking down what the energy is, the energy signatures behind that. So that's why I like to deal with astrology and resonate with astrology. It basically puts you behind the veil. It gets you to see things. You know what I'm saying? Events get you to see energy for what it really is. You know what I'm saying? So this is like stepping into the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension. That's why I like dealing with astrology. Let's get to the modalities, okay? This is going to be basically breaking down the elements. We all have 4 elements within us. We all have air, water, fire, and earth within us, right? So when you're born, your astrological makeup, depending on where the planets was at when you were born, you're dealing with your birth chart. Basically, some spirits, and some people have more of, an influence of a certain element than others. So you're able to resonate with more of that element than another person might be able to resonate with that element. Just say like me, I'm an Aquarius, right? So I'm able to resonate with air sign. Aquarius is air. Aquarius is fixed air. So I'm able to resonate with the air sign more than we'll say like a Cancer water or something of that nature, right? So that's just saying that, we all have it in us. We all have the water, air, fire in us. That's all the signs are when you're dealing with the modalities, right? So it's basically 3 signs to each element. Each element has 3 signs. So fire has 3 signs, and the 3 signs, which is constellations under fire, is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, right? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries is cardinal fire, okay? That's like the spark. Aries is like the spark of the fire, you know what I'm saying? So basically, fire has 3 phases to it. Fire has 3 phases to it. Fire has the spark, right? And then you get a consistent fire, and then the fire phases out, right? When it goes out, it phases out. So you have the spark, right? That's that spark of that fire would be Aries, right? Because that's the cardinal sign. Cardinals is what sparked that sign and would bring life into that sign. So Aries is the cardinal fire. Leo is the fixed fire. So Leo is the fire after it's been sparked and the fire is now lit, and now you can see the fire. So that's why Leos like to be seen, because they're a fixed fire. They're fixed pretty much. It's a fixed nature on their own. They're fixated on their own way of dealing with the seeing and feelings, So they like to be seen because that's that fixed fire. Now, Sagittarius is that mutable fire. So it's a broad fire. It's like a fire after it then phased out a little bit, but now it's evaporating. So that's how fire does after it's been fixed. When it goes out, it's mutable. So it's it's a broad, so it's able to see things in a more broader scale than rather than just being fixed, or the spark, which is cardinal fire. So that's basically dealing with Sagittarius. The fire of Sagittarius is a mutable fire. Fire also is dealing with the future. So when you're tapping in and when you're thinking about the future a lot, right? When you're constantly thinking about what's going to happen in the future, that's fire. Fire sees into the future, right? Water sees into the past. So when you're constantly thinking about the past and what happened in your past life and old memories and stuff like that, you're tapping in, which is dealing with the soul, because the soul deals with time, you know. Water deals with the past, so that's dealing with water. Water taps into your past. Water is just a crystal, you know, that holds information. So water deals with your past. Fire deals with your future. Earth deals with the present, right now, solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? What you can see, practical. So we are on Earth right now. You can see Earth right now. So the Earth element, not particularly the Earth that we're on. Earth is an element, not planet Earth that we're speaking about. Not flat Earth, not globe Earth. None of that. Earth is an element. It's a emotion. It's a chakra. It's an energy wheel that wills things to existence. And Earth deals with growth, you know, solidness, foundation. We'll get to Earth. But Earth deals with the present, the now. Water deals with the past. Fire deals with the future. Now, air deals with the past, present, and future. So air can go and tap into the past, or it can be steady and foundation right here in the present, or air also can take the future. It can see the future as well. Now, let me get to positive and negatives, because there's positive and negatives to every situation, to every sign, to every element. It's always a positive and a negative, a masculine and a feminine, right? So fire, the element fire deals with, like I said, the future. It deals with passion. It deals with, you know, willing things into existence. You know what I'm saying? So when people get lost into their thoughts so much, where they're thinking about the future so much, you can get lost into the future. And being that you're lost into the fire, which is you're using your imagination, which is fire, seeing as fire, your imagination, your thoughts, right? In the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, that's seen as a form of fire, because it's a light. You can get lost in the future, right? So much lost into the fire that your fire could burn out your past to where you forget where you came from. So a lot of people that are stuck on just the straight future, they're forgetting their foundation. They're forgetting where they came from, which is the fire is burning out the water now. The fire turned the water to steam, the steam evaporate, and you done burnt out your whole past. Now you're just lost into the future. Or vice versa. You can be stuck in the past, you know what I'm saying, or lost in the past, and all of that emotions, right? All of the water can wash out and burn out the fire. So you could be so much lost into the past that you can't see the future, that you're losing out on your whole present, right? So air can get lost in all of them, you know what I'm saying? So air can be all over the place. The air sign, you know, air can be here, it can be there, and it can be here. It can get lost everywhere. So it's always good to, you know, steady yourself, you know, foundate yourself on some earth, you know what I'm saying, and keep yourself grounded to where you're not flying everywhere, you know what I'm saying, or you know how to just take the bodies and know how to step in and step out. You know how to tap into the future, you know what I'm saying, just to get a glimpse of what you wanted to see, like bring it back to the you know what I'm saying, to the present, or tap into the past. Use the past, right, to know what not to do, so you can set your future. You understand? So it's best to kind of play the middle ground, is this ground yourself in the present right now, so you can operate the future in the past. You know what I'm saying? When you're founded on the present right now, then you're able to tap into the past and use the past, you know what I'm saying, to know what to do and what not to do, and then you're able to build a foundation for your future. So that's why, as they say, balance that out. You know what I'm saying? Balance your elements out. We all are alchemists. Alchemy is mastering the 4 elements, right? So make sure you're balancing out these energies. So you don't want to be too far into the fucking future, too far into the fire, or too far into the past to where you don't have a future, or too far into the future to where you don't have a past, or just stuck on earth to where you're just neither. You're not manifesting anything for yourself. You're just playing it too safe now. You know, you're playing it too straight. You ain't tapping into the future nor the past. So you can get lost in the present right now too. Looked as a robot. Looked at as a robot. Okay? So that's the fire. Is the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries cardinal, Leo fixed, Sagittarius mutable. Those are all three phases of what fire does. All right? That's the fire element, the modalities. Air modalities is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Right? So Aquarius is fixed air, Gemini is mutable air, and Libra is cardinal air. Libra is that air just like Aries air. It's the cardinal, so it sparks. So Libra is that air that sparks it off, right? Aquarius is that air. Basically, Aquarius is like its own air. It's like air inside of a bubble. You know what I'm saying? So Aquarius is being their own type of imagination, in their own type of world, in their own bubble, separate from all the rest of the air. And Gemini is the mutable air. So that's the air after the balloon popped and the air goes everywhere. So Geminis can be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they can be, you know, looked at as somebody that's very sociable because they can relate to every fucking body. A Gemini could relate to everybody. It could relate to what you're saying and what he's saying and what she's saying, and all y'all could be speaking about all totally different shit. A Gemini be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's why it's kind of so hard to pinpoint what a Gemini is up to. You know what I'm saying? It might make it seem like a Gemini, you know, is kind of sneaky or two-faced and shit at times, you know, when you're dealing with that kind of a mutable air type of sign. You know what I'm saying? So that's the element, a mutable air. So it's three phases to air. You know what I'm saying? Fixed, mutable, and cardinal. That's the air sign. The air deals with past, present, and future. Let's go on down. Now, also, I'll hit y'all with the houses. Let me give y'all the houses now. Okay, so Aries, first house, right? So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Those are the three air signs. Aries is first house. Leo's the fifth house. Sagittarius is the ninth house, right? Aquarius is the 11th house. These are the air signs now. Aquarius is the 11th house. Gemini is the third house. Libra is the 7th house. Now we're going down to water now. Okay. Water. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are your three water signs, right? So your Cancer is your cardinal water sign. You know what I'm saying? That's a fixed star. All the cardinal signs are fixed stars. They appear to be fixed because they appear not to move, but they are also the biggest stars within our constellation. So these are all the four corners, all the cardinal signs. You got four cardinal signs, right? Water is a Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer is the cardinal sign, right? Cardinal air. Scorpio is fixed air. Okay, that's the air, you know, in its own, thinking about its own, you know what I'm saying, dealing with its own type of nature, you know, its own type of bubble, as far as its own type of feelings and emotions, you know. And Pisces is that mutable water, so it's that water on a broad scale. This is water. So basically, Cancer is the spark of the water, right? So Cancer sparks it off, but it hits you with that spark that gives you that splash, right? Scorpio is fixed water, so it's like water is frozen though. It's water as a frozen state, non-moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they can seem kind of emotional, and they can also seem kind of cold at the same time too, kind of cold-hearted. But at the same time, you know, Scorpios are basically are the phoenix. So you're supposed to melt that water, right? And melt that water and rise out of that water, rise out of those deep, dark, cold waters and become the phoenix, right? And burn it all up, you know what I'm saying? And break out of those chains that's keeping you frozen. That's what the Scorpio is. Pisces is mutable water. Pisces are able to adapt and, deal on a broad type of level of dealing with the emotions and feelings. That's what water does. Water deals with the emotions and feelings because water holds in, you know, and water gets water will catch a thought and a feeling and hold it in. Fire will catch a thought and a feeling and want to express it because fire likes to show itself. So fire likes to express its feelings and emotions, depending on your planet placement. Now, if you got other planets in other places, then it might switch up the way you might do things. You know, just sip my drink, my tonic. No alcohol, but my tonic. Got lime in there, lime juice, and all that other kind of stuff in there, and you know. All right, so that's water. Water deals with the past, okay? And Cancer is the 4th house, Scorpio is the 8th house, and Pisces is the 12th house, okay? Those are your houses. Now, Earth element, the Earth modality, right? Deals with the now, the practical, what you can see, the foundation, right? Stability, reality, that's Earth. That's the Earth element. That's what the Earth element deals with. Growth, you know, like the growth, planting seeds, you know, where you plant your seeds at, right? So Earth modalities, Earth elements, and the signs of Earth. Earth has 3, like I told you, each modality, each element has 3 signs to it. So Earth element, it has Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Capricorn is a cardinal Earth. So Capricorn is the Earth that's sparking it off, all right? It's going to spark it off, right? Taurus is the fixed Earth. So it's the foundation. It's steady now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they say they're stubborn in their ways, because just the element of a Taurus is fixed. It's fixed Earth. So it's already planted its feet. It's already planted its seed. It's steady. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going nowhere. It's firm. Virgo, mutable Earth. That's why Virgo's dealing with the mutable on its own way of, you know what I'm saying, dealing with thinking and being practical. So that's Virgo. Virgo is like the Earth after it then broke up, you know what I'm saying, and scattered around like almost like a volcano almost, you know. It's like movable Earth now. It's not just a steady Earth. It's kind of movable Earth, you know. Also dealing with their planet, you know, their house ruler, dealing with Mercury, you know, dealing with communicating and analyzing. Or is it Uranus? I'll get back to you on that one, but Virgo is dealing with mutable Earth, okay? So that's dealing with the now. Now we have, so the Taurus is the 2nd house, right? Virgo is the 6th house, and Capricorn is the 10th house. All right, now we're gonna go down, and that's pretty much all the modalities and elements: water, air, fire, and earth. So you have your fire sign, which is the future, right? Fire is the future. Under fire is Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. Air sign deals with the past, present, and future. That's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. All right, you got the water signs, which deal with the past, the feelings and emotions, right? The air deals with thinking and communicating and analyzing. Fire deals with the seeing and feelings. And you have the earth, which is the now, right? Which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And these are your astrological modalities and elements. And this is very important to know these things right here. It'll make you start to see, you know what I'm saying, certain energies for what it is. You can be able to break down somebody by what their element is. So it's not just about the signs, it's about what elements these signs are. Once you learn how to become an alchemist and learn how water works, learn how fire works, learn how air works, and see how these elements work, then you can see how the astrological makeup of a person would be that has a lot of fire or air or water in their sign. You know, I have fire, air, and water in my sign. So I'm a little mixture of all of them, but I have more air and more earth, I would say, in my sign, which makes me a practical, you know, type of person. You know, certain signs and elements in my sign are dealing with the fire, but I have a water moon as well, so I'm able to tap into both realms, you know what I'm saying? The spirituality and being practical part about it as well. So, yeah, that's your astrological modalities and elements, all right? It's your boy Elevated Ace. I'm out. Peace.